Rotate my orientation. Okay, so evidently I've got to be like this. It might be too windy up here. Give some everybody to join in here. Maybe we even have anybody available. Iron Man first. Hopefully we don't get too much wind up here. If we do, then I'll go back inside. What's going on, everybody? So, is the wind too bad up here? Let me tell you what I got going up here. I'm on the roof at work. It's like I need to go somewhere that I'm not going to be interrupted. And the earpiece is probably going to be picking up too much wind. So let me know, is the wind too much for you guys? And then if so, then I'll just move somewhere else. I'll close the door. Not too much wind. I'm not getting any feedback on that. So if we don't get too much wind, then we will continue. We get down a little bit, maybe that'll be okay. It's windy? Okay. Yeah. Okay, then we'll go inside. We'll go inside. We'll shut this door. All right. We're getting some people in here. Look, guys, I posted up about an hour ago on my YouTube channel. I was like, okay, you know what? I think I'm probably going to do a like a live video when I get off work and watch it for the first time ever with a bunch of people on stream. I'm going to avoid any kind of, you know, like videos of the trailers. Let me see if I can set my phone down like right here. I don't usually do this, guys. Let me get a chair. Alright. How's audio? Audio better? I believe I've got a pretty good connection over here where I'm at too, so we should be okay on that. Much better? Okay. So, I was like, I'm gonna watch it, the trailer for this, you know, live tonight when I get off work, you know, and for the first time. And I asked if that would be something that anybody would be interested in doing or whatever. And then some time went by, I got a couple of responses. And then I see that the trailer drops because I get notifications from that YouTube channel. And it's like, there it is, Cary. All you have to do is just click on it. And then you can see whether or not one of your childhood movies is going to be properly represented in a pinball machine. And I was like, I can hold off. I can wait. But then my phone starts blowing up from a bunch of other people and everything in the hobby trying to tell me like, oh, the video's dropped. And I'm like, I know it is. I know it has. So I couldn't help myself, guys. I had to. And I'm not going to like, you know, sit there and like watch it and then secretly not watch it, you know, or like pretend to watch it for the first time for you guys and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Not doing it. So I've watched it. I made a list of things that I wanted that need honorable mentioning when it comes to what I saw so far. So I've got a list of at least 15 items right here to go through. And I've got one big, I don't want to say it's a negative yet, but it's definitely a question that I want to ask. And I got it like all written down right here, guys. So the first thing, let's see, my brother, let's watch Labyrinth. So, look, I get it, guys. If you do not like know Labyrinth, or you've seen the movie, or you don't like the theme and you can't get behind it, I completely understand. I've read some comments, whether it be on Pinside, that people just tried to watch this movie recently and they just can't get behind the theme. And like, I get it. it's not a movie where if you watch it and you don't like it, I'm not going to be like, are you crazy? What is wrong with you? Like, no, I understand. Because, like, I'm well aware that my thoughts and feelings on this are going to be highly lathered in nostalgia. And it's going to weigh very heavy on this, which is also going to make it to where I'm going to be very critical on a lot of things. And there's a lot of things that they did show and some things that they didn't show very well, but I went through it relatively quickly, not shot by shot, not screen by screen, but things that I did have to pause and just to take note of. But number one that I'm liking, this is the list of things that I'm liking what I'm seeing here, guys. So number one is that it's not a fan layout. The fan layout is definitely not going to be involved in this game. It looks to be a 3-flipper game with multiple paths, which we'll go over that again in a little bit when it comes to things that I like. So number two is that it's not clip art. This looks to be hand-drawn, including David Bowie on the back glass. But there's something missing from the game, or someone, rather, which I'll get to in a little bit. So the art blades, it looks like you've got the Chili guys, the ones that pull their body parts off on the left side. And you've got David Bowie and some other people on the right. I think even Huggle was on the left side as well, in the castle and stuff like that. The topper, number 3, topper looks epic. It's one, I don't think it does anything. I don't think it moves. If it did, I'm pretty sure that they would show that off. But when it comes to just how it looks like Jim Henson puppets from the movie and everything, I was like, well, that looks epic. So aesthetically, and it's also sold separately, but it's available evidently right now. So that's the other thing, guys, is that I don't have any of the information. I haven't looked up. Well, I did get notified on the way to do this that I'm guessing the game is $10,600. And I don't even know if there's multiple tiers. So I don't have all the info for any of that stuff yet. I literally watched the trailer, took a bunch of notes, and now I'm just talking about what I saw. So I don't have all the information just yet, guys. So I went over to the topper. Topper looks great. For the shooter rod, although cool looking, it looks a bit bulky. And for those that don't know what that shooter rod is, it's basically the nippers that are on the tip of the spears for these guys inside the maze. And it's just funny to see them and utilizing to nip at each other and stuff like that. That's a pretty interesting part of the movie. I say interesting, but it was kind of funny. Let's see here. So number 5, it looks like we are getting mainly audio assets. So we're getting, how many songs? I forgot to take note of that. I did mention the music, but we're getting at least 5 songs from the movie. So, someone says 6K good. Okay. Willie Rance, anyone pre-ordering from a company with no track record, good luck. Okay, they have no track record, but it's also, you know, a license that everybody knows. It's not Raza, Willie. So I understand the hesitation there. This isn't Deeproot, so they also will be they have distributors lined up, so there's also that. This, I know, I get the feeling of like, oh, it's Deeproot all over again. No, it's not like Deeproot. This isn't Raza. So audio assets, it looks like that's mainly what we're going to be getting when it comes to assets, is like hand-drawn art from characters in the movie. And we're getting a lot of call-outs within the movie and stuff like that, which is what I was hoping to get. I'm not sure how many we're going to be getting and stuff like that, but from what I heard in the trailer, it looks really good. 6, just something I noticed, it was that optos on the top of the, I guess it was the right ramp when it loops around to the wire form. There's optos there, but they've got them covered, like actually like covered up, which is not something that you even see Stern would do on a lot of their games. They don't typically, you saw it on Venom, the freaking boards were just wide open over there on the side for the quick lock system, stuff like that. It's just so I'm liking the little touches of like things like that. Do I trust their management team is the question. Yeah, I don't know much about who's on their team and everything. Do I know there will be another version of Elvira's Pinball House supporters? I saw that they're re-releasing, or I guess they're doing another run of Elvira. But I'm not here to talk about Elvira. This is Labyrinth. This is what we're talking about here, guys. The covered optos was just a nice little touch I noticed. They didn't have to cover them, but I noticed it. I was like, okay, cool. Something to just take note of. 7. Sculpts. So it looks like we're getting sculpts of like the worm that pops up on the ball launcher area, the Hatter, and like the 2 door knockers, Ludo and the opening lids of the castle. I was like, okay, so we're getting some sculpts. That's nice. Number 8, the back panel LCD. I think that's going to be pretty cool, especially to add depth to the game. And it looks like we're getting movie assets to certain scenes of the game and stuff like that, so that looks pretty cool. Am I putting in a deposit? No. I don't buy a game until I play it, guys. That's just me. I'm going to play it next week at Expo, and that's going to be the make or break for this. So, number 9, diverters to change the game, including a lifting ramp. So what I'm seeing so far is that we've got at least 2 different types of diverters, at least that many, as well as a lifting ramp to change the game. As for those that watch the movie, you know that the Labyrinth itself changed and everything like that. So, it'd be kind of interesting to see how that's all going to be implemented. Willie Rand is just saying there is a lot at risk. Game look incredible, play incredible, etc. Reliability might be trash. Yeah, without a doubt, this is like a company that we don't know what they can do. There is risk. And that's why it's also a good thing for people that are eligible to play it at Expo, including myself. You may want to wait to play it. Meet the people that are making it, like I'm going to, and see the quality for yourself. And when I go there, I'll be sure to get as much footage, go live or whatever, to give you guys more information on it. Do I want them to succeed? Obviously, yes, because they're making a game that looks like could be pretty cool. So, I'm still holding myself back for those reasons, Willie. I understand that, yes, no one knows what this company can do, but again, they're already a hell of a lot further than Deeproot was. So you can compare them to failed companies, but so far they're already a lot further along than other companies. They have a working game. All right. So my next thing up that I like to see, number 10, posts, but they're targets. We got a lot of targets on this game, which is good because I'm a post master. If you need me to hit a post, I'm your man. And it looks like every post, almost all of them, are targets. So that's going to be nice for me, so that way I know that at least I'm doing something while I'm playing. So where's the company from? I've heard different things, but I want to say I heard that they were located in Houston, Texas, but I could be mistaken on that. I've heard Colorado and I've heard Houston, Texas. Those are the top 2 places I've heard that they're located. So, number 11, and this is something I don't know if anybody else saw in the trailer, because it happens really quick. But it was enough to where I'm like, either 1, this is really cool, or 2, it was camera cutting, video editing, but it looks like it's legitimate. If you watch the trailer, guys, go to around the 46-47 second mark. There's a magnet underneath that playfield that when that ball hits the target, it comes back and immediately rubber bands mid-playfield to go up into a lane. Did anybody else catch that in the trailer? Okay, you caught that too. Okay. Because it happens really quick, and if you're not paying attention, you're probably not going to catch it, but it was one of those where I was watching it, and when I saw it, I was like, spacebar, what was that? Rewind back. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I like the way that looks. So, like again, watch around the 46-47 second mark, you'll see what I'm talking about. When they hit a target, the magnet immediately rubber bands it up into a location, so that's pretty cool. So, I wrote down out-hole scoops. Oh, multiple scoops. I can't even read my own writing, guys. Good Lord. Multiple scoops. So there's multiple scoops on this game. That's something that might be good, might be bad, but it looks like the scoops are, or at least one of them is always open, one of them is covered up by a drop target. Producing 1,100 units at 10,600 seems ambitious for a new company. Yeah, okay. This is information that I don't know yet, how many units they're going to make and stuff like that. So, all right, so number 13 on things I like. Modes from the movie. So it looks like we are going to be getting like the Bog of the Eternal Stench, the Cleaner, and a couple of more that I'm pretty sure I can't recall off the top of my head, but it looks like they're going to definitely be implementing moments from the movie into the game. In addition, JJP will launch another pinball machine by us. Yeah, I know this, Junior. But again, I'm talking about Labyrinth. I'm not talking about another company or anything or another game. This is what this video is about. So, back to this modes from the movie, so I like that. Number 14, I'm not sure if anybody else caught this, but Mark Silk is definitely going to be doing voice work in this game. I definitely caught his voice on the Hatter, and the character in the movie, the Hatter has like that bird creature on his head that talks the way he does and stuff, so it looks like definitely Mark Silk is going to be involved in voice work on certain characters or whatever of this game. And Mark, as I'm well aware, is a Jim Henson fanatic. So it would not surprise me if he's doing work on this game. So alternate back glass, 289, nipper shooter rod, 116, goblin topper, 950. Wow, the goblin topper is only 950 bucks? And what's the alternate back glass? What's the different one? Or what's the standard one? I guess I'm kind of curious about that. Nipper shooter rod only being 116 bucks. That's not too bad. The knockers, how could you forget that mode? Oh, okay. Go double or nothing if you did with one hand. Mirror. Oh, it's mirrored back glass, or what am I missing on that? All right, so Mark Silk's going to be doing some voice work, and 15 was the music. So they're implementing, I want to say, at least 5 songs, and including Dance Magic Dance, which was one song that was just had a kind of a good beat to it, and kind of curious to see how that goes to it. Alternate is mirrored and has a ton of the puppet characters on it. But that reminds me to my number one big question on this and what I think they're going to be doing with this game. So guys, as I flip over this sheet of paper, what or who is missing from this game? Who's going to be the first one to answer it? Who's going to be first to figure it out? What or who is missing from this game? Not the girl. What's her name? Jennifer Connelly. Where is Sarah? So it looks like what they're going to be doing here with this game is that it's not going to be around, I guess, Sarah and Toby. It may be around you as the individual going through the labyrinth for whatever reason and stuff like that. There may be multiple reasons behind that, but the big one's probably not being able to get Jennifer Connelly into the game. No, I'm not in the server room. I'm actually in the top floor. I could probably walk through here around top floor in the clean room area. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a good connection or not, but we got all kinds of blenders and coolant systems for the fab downstairs. So I'm in the facilities area. I was going to try to be on the roof on the outside right there, but it was too noisy for the wind. All right, so video is now out of interactive topper, back glass, and other accessories. Oh, of course. So that's good. So I just really wanted to get my first thoughts and feelings of what I like, what I see so far on the initial gameplay trailer. So I'm definitely going to be learning more throughout the day when I can. I just wanted to do a quick live session just to kind of give you at least the top 15 things that I caught on the trailer going through that I like what I see. So far, I like what I see. Now, the main thing for me is going to be how it plays, and I won't know that until a week from now. Hopefully a little bit sooner than that, but it's definitely going to be at Expo, where I will get to play it and see it in person, and that will be the determining factor on whether or not this game will be going in my collection. Especially since the wife is going to be with me this time around, so she'll get to play it also and get her feedback on it. But yeah, I mean, I don't buy a game until I play it first, guys. So if my name is on the list for being interested in getting the game, but no, I'm not putting down a deposit or anything like that. And if I had to put down a deposit or whatever, then I may just wait and just say screw it and not get it. But I don't know, we'll see. So what's everybody else thinking of the game so far? At least they know how to show everything at launch. I'm like, yeah, you're getting everything. They're blowing their wad right here at the beginning. They're showing off the topper. They're showing off the accessories. They're showing off the gameplay. Yeah, they're showing up pretty much everything, yeah. No, I am not in Schaumburg already. No, not until next week. I'm at work. Bye. So what's everybody's initial thoughts on it? Are there any other Labyrinth fans out there that want to put in their 2 cents or anything that I didn't mention or didn't see that they saw in the gameplay trailer? That's all I've seen. So any other footage or information that has been revealed or announced, I have no idea. Because I'm kind of curious from those that aren't Labyrinth fans, that don't recognize this stuff on the playfield or on the artwork or anything. What do you guys think? From just a pinball machine perspective on what you see, what do you like? Oh, okay, comments are rolling in. I gotta scroll down here. Almost chose Labyrinth as my new theme for homebrew. Glad I didn't, as this looks awesome. Is it 10,500K for the whole package or just the game and the topper, etc.? I don't know. Not a fan of the movie. Wonder what they could do with a different theme. I'm excited. I'm excited for any new pin, and especially a new company. I wish them all the best. Good to hear, Willie. I have to watch the trailer. All right, looks cool. Looks great in my opinion. Happy to see you excited about it. Yes, I'm excited, but I'm also trying to hold back my expectations a little bit because it may play like total shit for all I know, guys. If it shoots well, I'm not sure the theme will matter. Yeah, looked good to be. Seems to be some cool magnets and diverter usage. Yep. Because that was one of the things that I was hoping that we were going to see is some mechanical items in this game. Don't you give me a freaking fan layout and it just be, yeah, we got some assets in there and stuff like that. So now I'm getting a notification that Barrels of Fun Pinball just released another video. So I'm guessing that's probably the accessories and stuff like that. Looks good, just 1,100 units. It's like an Ellie's, so it's going to be hard to see it overseas. After balls, it was 12 to 13K. Take your advice. I'm playing. Yeah, I'm preparing. I'll play it first. From my perspective, I'm excited to see a new pinball company that has a lot of cool mechs. Lack of mechs has been an issue for me in modern pinball. Yeah, that's the thing that I think a lot of people just. That's why a lot of us look back at the days of yore and the older pinball machines, because they would put more mechanical devices under the glass. And they have been segueing away from that to giving you digital materials on the screen instead of putting things underneath the glass, because digital doesn't break. Mechanicals, the items do, and that costs money for them to produce and repair and stuff like that, or deal with issues that they don't catch at the factory. Like, for instance, Rush, with the whole scoop issue, stuff like that. And that wasn't even a mech. That was just, a design issue kind of thing. Screen in the back of the playfield interacting with the screen in the back box could be really cool. Yeah, I think it's going to add some depth to it, make it seem like the playfield is going to be larger than it actually is. Seems like limited editions aren't so limited after all. If it sells, then they put another limited edition with new trim. It's like Stern. Stern's starting to piss me off. Yeah, some people need to wake up when it comes to what some of these games have in them and what they don't have in them. Digital assets on the screen don't add to the game for me. I don't take my eyes off the ball to watch the video. Yeah, that's one of my main points, guys. And that's why even on some of my reviews and things that I talk about, I don't really mention too much about the screen, because I don't like judging a game on what's on the freaking screen, because it's digital stuff. And a lot of the times, I mean, like, I could like a game. I like my Deadpool, I like my Foo Fighters, I like my Jurassic Park and stuff that I've got Stearns for, but I'm not looking at the damn screens. I wanted the alternate code for Jurassic Park, because having the movie assets on there was pretty cool, but I wanted mainly the audio. And you got to think about it. Pulp Fiction doesn't have any of that. It's got, what does it have? Audio. They sold you on a game that works 100%, plays great, and it has the audio that you want. And that's really all we need, guys. Having a nice flashy display with a bunch of assets, yeah, that's cool. It adds to it, but it doesn't, make or break for a game for me, kind of thing. Oh, thanks for the 99 cents there, Brian. I didn't even know I had that stuff enabled to where people could do that. Alt code for JP is a must, yeah. Looks like what JJP should be doing. No, JJP just needs to be making some themes that people want. That's what JJP needs to do. They've got the budget, they've got the ability to get assets and build a game. They just need a theme that people want. That's what the JJP problem is. Are you able to change assets, or are they locked out? I wonder if they could add Sarah clips. I don't know if they're going to add Sarah down the road. I don't think that's going to happen. They'd be great if they could, but like I said, I think they're implementing it from a different perspective. Because I think if you do something like, this is my worry about Back to the Future, but if you implement it to where Sarah's in the game, then you're basically making it to where you're playing the movie over and over again, and it makes it more linear if you're playing the movie over and over again. Whereas if they put you into the world of the Labyrinth, and you, just as who you are, have to make your way through the Labyrinth to make decisions and everything, that kind of makes it more about you than more about you just experiencing the movie. But you're still giving you enough of the assets and the voices and stuff like that. You still have that definite nostalgia feel. Looks amazing. Could be Austin Powers. It ain't Austin Powers in purple. No. Let's see here. No, you as a homeowner, since it's on the fast pinball system, you could add it yourself. Oh, okay. Doesn't everybody want Elton John? Rocket Man! Yeah, no. I hear it's Back to the Future, but you play the whole game as Jennifer Parker. God, could you imagine? But yeah, so that's my initial thoughts on that one when it comes to what I'm seeing on Labyrinth. So Chris, what's your thoughts on it? I don't think I saw your thoughts on this one. What do you think of Labyrinth so far? What's going on, Jimmy? Hold me closer, Tony Danza. I know it's Tiny Dancer, but guys, every time I hear that song, I sing Tony Danza. And if you don't sing it that way, either one, you just never heard it sung that way, but I've always sang it Tony Danza. Because when I first heard that song, and I was kind of aware that Elton was, gay, and Tony Danza wasn't exactly ugly, so I just thought he had a thing for Tony Danza. Only assets is to get Eric Stoltz, the one punch that we have from Eric in the movie. That's all you get. Labyrinth is a theme I like. I'm a huge Jim Henson fan. Once pitched to the JHC to do Labyrinth as a Broadway show, but it didn't happen. Gotta say, for $10.6 and $9.50 for a topper, the game looks stacked. I'm still speeding faster than I ever did. Topper and accessories available at launch. Novel concept. Yeah, weird, huh? Weird. It's like, here's your game. Here's all the cool stuff that you could put on it right now. Or you could be stern and wait a couple of years to keep the life alive on a certain game for whatever reasons they have. Does the topper do anything though. I don't know if it like makes the Muppets do anything. I don't know if it's got an interactive top or anything like that. Can we buy this now? I do not know. We'll play it next week at Expo after me and Don have another. Comments are coming in here, guys. Yeah, Elvira's coming back. Lights and the ones on the side move. Awesome. Yeah, I'll have to watch that video after I drop off of this. But if I get one, I get one. If I don't, I don't. That's the thing. I guess it's going to be about it. I'm not champing at the bit to where I'm like, oh my god, if I don't get it, I'm going to feel like I'm missing out. I don't have the FOMO. I don't. Even for a game that I've got so much like knowledge on the theme, love it, nostalgia's all there. I don't have the if I don't get it, what am I gonna do? It doesn't affect me. I don't get the FOMO thing. It's not me. Topper's interactive according to the video, and the heads do move around. Sweet. What pin would you need to replace if you get it? You have room for. That's the thing. I get asked this if I have to move a pin. And which one's it going to be? And people will always ask me, like, Cary, why the hell do you have a Last Action Hero? And it's mainly a staple in my house at this point, guys. It's not like I look at it as like an excellent game or anything, or think it's just the tits or anything like that. It's just a staple at this point. It's like my first DMD game, and the first one that I put a bunch of effort into fixing it up and stuff like that, so it's just kind of there, and I mainly bring it to TPF for everybody else to enjoy. So it's like, maybe it's time to retire Last Action Hero. It's a very nice looking one of the nicest ones you'll see, clear-coated playfield and stuff like that, so maybe it's time to retire that, but Last Action Hero definitely wouldn't cover the entire cost of what this game's going to run me. But who knows? Maybe when the wife plays it at Expo, Labyrinth, and if it's a game that she really likes, maybe she'll be willing to sell Totan. Because I gave her some shit last week about not ever playing the damn game. And then lo and behold, she starts playing it again. I'm like, oh, yeah, when I start threatening to sell the thing, now you want to put some time on it. Oh, okay. Did I get a buzz doing the clear coat? No, I didn't. The only buzz I ever got doing a clear coat was when I did my Back to the Future, and that was because that was my first one to ever do, and I definitely did not properly attire my PPE for that. I'm hindsight, I look back and go, God, you were lucky to be alive. So we're typing in lyrics now. Love Totan, one of the best Williams. I would love a Totan. Yeah, I have one and it's great. It's fun and everything. But as far as me having an urge to play it or whatever, it's one of the prettiest games that you'll ever see. But I don't. If I had to sell this one for a theme that I really love more, wouldn't be no sweat off my sack. Now, the nice thing about working with Henson is they are a much smaller company, so assets might be attainable. You still have to do your SAG stuff, though. Well, oh my God, I just bumped the hell out of my shin. Jeez. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that this. Shit. All right. Okay. So, for those that are just entering or sticking around, the Labyrinth trailer is available to watch, as well as information about the accessories has dropped. I have not seen this trailer for accessories or anything yet. Each time a David Bowie clip plays, it's considered a performance, and that's the type of stuff that SAG is on strike over. Wow. I'm kind of wondering if we're actually going to see David Bowie, though, in the game. We've got him, art-wise, but I wonder if there's going to be any kind of movie assets regarding him on there. I don't know. We didn't get a lot of like on-screen stuff when it comes to that type of thing in the movie. We probably won't. It wouldn't surprise me if we don't. I don't think there's any doubt that Waterworld is the greatest pinball machine of all time. Inside is so biased. I had a Waterworld for a little bit, and it is not the greatest game of all time. It's not bad. The whole turning over boat thing and stuff like that. Okay, that's kind of cool and stuff. So, collecting all the dirt to trade in and stuff like that, you know. P-Dubs, no, I did not pre-order. I do not buy games unless I play them first. And if that causes it to where it sells out and I don't get a game, then so be it. But I do not buy games unless I play them first. That's just how it is. That's what I do. Even though I love the theme and it's covered in nostalgia and it's tickling that nostalgia bone like crazy, I don't have the FOMO to like, oh my god, I've got to have it. Because I haven't played it yet. Like it may play horribly. And the way the market is right now, guys, I wouldn't worry too much about not getting this game. You got a couple of things against this game just immediately selling out. The economy, the way it is right now, the pin economy at that has been softening. Christmas is around the corner, so money is going to be going towards that. Holidays in general. And it's a theme that doesn't speak to a lot of people out there. So it's already reaching a niche thing, and then it's a company that not a lot of people trust or know if what they're capable of yet. So there's a lot of things that's going to, like, you know, I don't want to use the word hurt, but hinder the ability for this game to just instantly sell out. Game looks amazing according to Muller Medic. Awesome. Yeah, the game Barrels of Fun. Or the name of the company. I don't know. It is what it is, guys. It's like, all right, probably should have just stuck with Mystery Pinball. But if the game's awesome, then you can call yourself whatever you want. I was telling somebody yesterday. I was like, they could call themselves Rooster Dick or something. And I as long as the game was awesome, like showing people my collection at the house. Like, yeah, here's my Jurassic Park from Stern, here's my game from Valley, and here's my Labyrinth from Rooster Dick. They'd be like, what? I'm like, it's a company, don't get me started. But, like, you know, we call it RD for short, but, you know, they make really good games. Better name than Deep Root. But, so it looks like here are there anything negative? I mean, I'm wanting to hear both sides of the spectrum here, guys. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't like what you're seeing on the game. But it looks like so far, at least in my feed, that the majority, if not all of the feedback, looks to be positive for what they're seeing so far. I'm saying as long as the company's not run by a super asshole that's betting on people to die, I think that's also a good start. Only negative is the price. Okay, you got to think though, like, yes, the price is more than a premium Stern, but it's also cheaper than JJP. And it looks like we're getting more mechs and sculpts and stuff like that within this game than you're going to be getting on your Stern premiums. You don't even typically get sculpts these days on a lot of Stern games. You hate not having the main movie characters in the game. Yeah, like Sarah, it looks to be the only character that I'm not seeing, and I think, and that's from a storytelling perspective point of view. But you know, they could have not been able to get Jennifer Connelly in the game. No mention of Wi-Fi internet capabilities. Technically, I think that's overrated anyways. Don't get me started on that. If you have to do updates to the game, it's a fast system, so you can do that via USB. I don't think the fast boards have Wi-Fi capabilities. I don't believe they do. But the fast boards are solid boards. I haven't seen the movie in forever, but this game looks good from first glance. It's a movie that it could be watched every time. I watched this movie so much, guys. So much. I'm surprised I didn't wear that VHS out. It was around me being 6 or 7, I want to say, around that age frame where that movie on VHS, I just wore it out. I don't know. So, from what Scott Denisi said on social media, is that he didn't do any of the music, but he did do like sound effects. That's what a $1,000 topper should look like. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks pretty cool from what I've seen in the trailer. That topper looks pretty awesome. Yeah, y'all must watch it before the expo. And that's the thing, is from what I'm seeing so far, at least on Pinside, the people that are watching the movie today, they're watching it for the first time and they're going, why do people like this movie? What are they seeing that I'm not seeing? Like, I don't get it. I can't wrap my head around this being a theme for a pinball machine or whatever. It's like, and I just cannot put myself in your shoes. I don't know what that would be like for me to just not know what Labyrinth is or have knowledge about it and then seeing a pinball machine and then watching it for the first time. So I'm well aware that the nostalgia is what's going to be feeding the sales on this. Are you going to show us the pin? It's my birthday. Yeah, any game that's going to be at Expo, I will be showing it. All the new stuff and everything. I'll try to get close-up footage of all that I can. I thought for sure it came out in 86, Chris. Am I wrong? I thought it came out in 86. But whatever, 1 year. The Dark Crystal. And people want to say that they should have chosen Dark Crystal as a theme. And it's like, okay, I enjoyed the Dark Crystal as well. Whenever you, especially the Skeksis. I still do that with my daughter sometimes. I'll tucking them in at night. I'll be nosing up to them. I'll start to sound like the Skeksis and everything. Their little voices and stuff like that makes them giggle. But yeah. So it looks like so far, Fraggle Rock. Oh, well, that'd be different. But it looks like, from what I'm seeing, that the majority, if not all of you, like what we see so far. And I'm thinking one of the big reasons behind why you like what you see so far is because we're seeing things that we don't typically see on your major manufacturers these days. You're seeing the amount of mechs that are involved, the amount of sculpts that are involved, at least audio assets that are involved. And so far, the art doesn't look to be an eyesore. It's not clip art, which I'm glad that they didn't do. So it looks to be hand-drawn, and it looks to be drawn decent enough to where I'm not just crapping on it or anything. I'll have to watch that final scene of the outlane again, but that's probably an actual mech that does that. Where's your head at? Your head don't come off. I'm hoping that also when the ball drains, whether it be down the outlane or something like that, you hear David Bowie go, "What a pity." I mean, you got to have David Bowie quotes from the movie in there somewhere. I mean, we get some of it. I just don't know if we're going to get any visual on screen and stuff like that of him. Buddy needs to show up in a skit comparing Stern and Labyrinth skit. Alright guys, I've been gone for a while. I need to get back downstairs, get back to work. But it was fun chatting with all of you. I just wanted to give you my at least top 15 things that I really liked seeing about the game. If you guys missed that, I have that at the beginning of the stream. And of course, the big question I had was, where is Sarah? But it looks like they're going to be going from a different perspective from a storytelling point of view on that one. So it is what it is. I like what I see so far, but the main thing is how does it play? And I will get to experience that at Expo. I will not be putting in a deposit or buying it or anything like that until I play the damn game. And I recommend those of you out there that have your doubts, do the same. All right, guys. So, who knows? Maybe with more information and stuff like that, I might go live tonight. We can chit-chat some more about the game. All right, guys. Later.